Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy King Killer back here today with another video. Thank you guys for dropping by. So in today's video, we about to be rebuilding the Miami Heat. Now, taking a look at the record for this team, they are 15-15 on the year and sitting 8th in the conference. Now, they are not looking good right now, and I thought when the season started they would have been like a top 2-3 seed in the East, just because they were one game away from going to the NBA Finals. So I thought they would have came back with some swagger, some motivation to try to get back to it, but things are not looking good for Miami right now. So taking a look at the roster and what I want to do with it, Butler, Bam, and Hero are three people that I don't think are going to be going anywhere this video. Unless Jimmy Butler starts to regress pretty bad, then I would probably look to trade him. But for the most part, I would like to win a championship with him leading the way. Kyle Lowry is somebody I would like to trade just because he is up there in age. He's 36 and he's going to start regressing pretty bad, and you already see it. He's not really that efficient no more, and he's making a lot of money, so it will be a tricky situation to try to trade him. I'll probably have to include like a first round pick or maybe a young player. Victor Oladipo is somebody I would like to trade and try to get something, because I will not be bringing him back. I don't really like the way he progresses in this game, and he is not efficient at all. You see right here, like 43%, 30%, 55% from the free throw line. Like, yeah, I would definitely like to try to trade him. Dwayne Dedman is somebody I wouldn't mind bringing back unless I can find a better center, somebody maybe who's a little bit younger. Max Strus is actually somebody I would like to resign on a multi-year deal, just because he is a good shooter, a good scorer, and he is really efficient. Caleb Martin is somebody I wouldn't mind playing. I would probably just change him to like a small forward instead of a power forward. Omir is another one. If he could actually develop good for us and he could come back on a cheap contract, I wouldn't mind playing him. Duncan Robinson is somebody who just like completely forgot how to play basketball now. I remember 2020 in the bubble, the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics, he was making some tough shots, and I don't know if it was after that series when they won, because he was hitting so many ridiculous threes. I don't know if it was after that season where they gave him this big contract, but ever since he got paid, he pretty much just disappeared. Now, taking a look at him, you see like how bad he fell off, like from being super efficient to just like awful. He's just bad. So I would definitely like to trade him, and I know a lot of Miami fans are probably like mad at this guy just because he got paid and then he just pretty much disappeared. So I would like to trade him. It will be tricky too, just because he is making a lot of money, so I don't really know who wants to give him a shot again. Gabe Vincent is somebody I wouldn't really want to bring back. I'd try to find a better backup point guard. And then Nikola Jovic, I would probably like to trade him just because I never really see him develop well in 2K. And I would try to like probably package him with like a young older guy or something like that, just to try to get him off the books. So first thing that I want to do, because the first thing I think we need is, I think Miami needs to do one of two things: either get a power forward that can play defense and that's an actual power forward to play next to Bam, or get a center that's a defensive minded player and move Bam to the 4. Because like I said, I don't really think with these short guys, I don't really think people win championships like this. I just don't like it. I don't like this style of basketball. So I will be trying to trade for a power forward or a center that's a defensive player. So first things first, I would like to trade Kyle Lowry. So what could I get for Kyle Lowry that's kind of realistic? Ben Simmons would actually be nice, and he could play the point guard or the power forward spot. Okay, I might come back to that if I don't find anything else. No, Westbrook, get off the. I would give up Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson, but why would LA do this? They wouldn't want to take on these two contracts. I don't really see them doing that. Knicks, no. Maybe Charlotte, but I don't really need a small forward. Atlanta, get Clint Capella. Maybe, and then you could pair him up. But I kind of want somebody that's on a long-term contract. Tyus Jones, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson would be nice on this team, but no. So I think the trade I'm gonna actually do, I think I'm gonna do this Ben Simmons trade, because it low-key makes sense, because he is making a lot of money. Brooklyn isn't happy with the way he's playing. Kyle Lowry would slide right into that point guard spot. He's a shooter. Well, he could shoot at least from 35%. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually do this because now Brooklyn also too, they get off his massive contract and they only had to deal with the Lowry contract for 2 years and it's not even that much money. You know what? I'm going to actually do this trade. So we're going to end up getting Ben Simmons on the team. So welcome Ben to Miami. All right, so moving on to the next trade that I want to do, it's going to be Victor Oladipo and a first round pick, sending them back to the Magic for RJ Hampton and Chuma Okeke. And I'm pretty much just doing this just to get a good backup point guard. So now taking a look at the team that we have built. So we're going to go ahead and adjust these minutes a little bit. All right, so for the starting lineup after all these trades for season number 1, we got Simmons, Hero, Butler, Martin, Adebayo. Off the bench, we got Strus, Dedmon, Hampton, and Okeke. System proficiency will be balance. 4 stars. Is anything 4.5? No, nothing's 4.5. So we will roll with balance. And I'm gonna actually real quick before I do start, I'm gonna go ahead and change some of these shot tendencies. So Butler could go up to a 90. Hero could go up to a 90, like a 90. Ben Simmons could go up to like a 65. Dedmon could go up to like a 60. Max Strus, gotta bump him all the way up to like around an 80. RJ Hampton could go up to about like a 70. Caleb Martin could go up to about a 65. And I think that's pretty much everybody. Oh, Okeke could go up to like a 55. And I'm actually going to want to go ahead and bump up him just a little bit. So yeah, so this is going to be the lineup. This is going to be the team. Let's see where we finish season number 1. All right, so at the end of season number 1, Luka winning MVP, Paolo winning Rookie of the Year, Easton winning 6th Man of the Year, Davis Defensive Player, Trey Jones Most Improved, and Joe Mazzulla Coach of the Year. Do we get anybody on an all-NBA team? We do. We get Butler, and that's it. Anybody on an all-defensive team? Ben Simmons making it, and surprisingly, Bam did not make the team, or Jimmy Butler. So taking a look at where we finished in the East, we ended up going 50-32, so not too bad. I low-key thought we would finish a little bit better, but taking a look at the stats for the team, we got Jimmy Butler leading the way with 22 points, 6.5 boards, and 6 assists with 2 steals. Damn, and he didn't make the defensive team. Hero with about 20 points, almost 6 boards, 4.5 assists. Bam with about 18, 9.5, 4 and 1 block and 1 steal. Max Strus with about 14 points, 3 rebounds. Was he efficient? He was pretty efficient from deep. I would like to try to get those numbers up just a little bit. Ben Simmons with about 10.5 points, 7 rebounds, and 6.5 assists with 2 steals a night. Caleb Martin with about 10.5 for Gabe Vincent with about, or actually Gabe Vincent didn't play for us. RJ Hampton with about 8 points and only 2 assists. I would thought he would have gotten a little bit more, but he was efficient, so I will take that. Dwayne Dedmon with about 7 points and 6 boards, and that's everybody that played for us. Oh no, and Okeke with about 4.5 points. Was he efficient? Oh no, he was not efficient. He was not efficient at all, so we got to work on that. But here we are in round 1, season number 1, and we are facing Atlanta. So who does Atlanta have? Did they add anybody new? They did not. So I'm feeling pretty confident against this team. So we're gonna go ahead and simulate round number 1, and we end. Oh, come on. You see, why do they play with me like that? We up 3-0. Why make it a game? Why go to a game 7? But you know what, 2K is gonna 2K. So game 1, we ended up winning by 2 points. You see the stats right here. Butler with about 27 and Hero with 23. Game 2, we end up winning by 2 points as well in overtime. Max Strus leading the way with 22 points, Butler with 21. Game 3, we end up winning by 5, and Jimmy Butler leads the way with 27 and Simmons with 17. Game number 4, we end up losing. Nobody really scored over 20. Game 5, we end up losing, and we only got one person with that scored 20. Game number 6, we end up losing by 4 points. Damn, Trey Young with 40, Jimmy Butler with 31, and Bam with 22. And game number 7, we ended up winning. A lot of people contributed this game. Bam with only 7 points. Damn. Okay, but moving on to round number 2, playing the Boston Celtics. Did they add anybody? They did not, but shout out to the Celtics in real life because Rob Williams is back and he is currently playing against the Magic. But just a little quick shout out. But on to round number 2, we're going to simulate the round, and we end up losing in 6. Okay. So I didn't really think we were going to win it in year 1, but I do expect us to get better. So taking a look at the playoff stats for this team, who shined. Jimmy Butler didn't. Oh, you know what I forgot to do too? I forgot to adjust the lineups. Okay. That was my fault. I forgot to adjust the lineups. But Jimmy Butler only had 21 points. I thought he would have been averaging a little bit more. Same with Tyler Hero. Okay, so these two kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Max Strus with about 15. Bam wasn't even really scoring. He only averaged 14 points. Okay. Martin with about 13, stepping it up. Ben Simmons with about 13, 9, 9, 5. Okay. So I'm pretty much gonna run it back with the same team. And I expect us to do way better this season because now, as Udonis Haslem, a Heat legend, retires. But I pretty much expect us to do good this season, or at least way better, just because this is a full season with us. We don't even have a draft pick, do we? No, we don't. It goes to the Thunder at 23. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run this team back, and hopefully we could be good. Hopefully we could be a top 2 seed in the East. And I'll see you guys at the start of season number 2. Alright, so taking a look at the lineup for season number 2, we got Simmons, Hero, Butler, Martin, Adebayo. Off the bench, we got Strus, Hampton, Dedmon, and Okeke. System proficiency for this lineup is going to be 4 stars. Is anything 4.5? No. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stay at balance. And yeah, I expect this team to finish top 2 in the East. And we'll see how it goes at the end of season number 2. Alright, so at the end of season number 2, Luka winning MVP, Victor winning Rookie of the Year, Kyrie Irving as 6th Man of the Year. Whoa, I wonder who he's backing up. That's crazy. I've never seen that. Victor winning Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie. Oh my God, this man put up crazy stats. Darius Garland Most Improved, and then JB Bickerstaff Coach of the Year. Does anybody get on an All-NBA team? Jimmy Butler makes it to an All-NBA second. Alright, love to see that. And surprisingly, nobody else made it. Ben Simmons, all defensive team. That's what I like to see. And Jimmy Butler or Bam does not make it for the second straight year. That's crazy. Okay, so taking a look at where we finished. We tied for the number 1 spot, 56 and 26 on the year. And taking a look at the player stats. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Tyler Hero leading the way with 23 points. Jimmy Butler with about 23 as well. Bam low-key taking a step back, only averaging 15.5. Huh. Okay, I low-key expected him to average more. Max Strus with about 14 points a night. Ben Simmons with about 12.5, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, almost 2 steals a night. Caleb Martin with about 11 points. RJ Hampton with 10.5 off the bench with 3 assists. Okay, was he efficient? Okay, he was really efficient. Okay, so I'm glad we ended up trading for him. Dwayne Dedmon ended up averaging about 6.5 boards and 6 points. And then Okeke with about 5 points and 3 rebounds. Was he efficient? Oh, no, he wasn't efficient. He's still not efficient. Okay, so at least maybe I need to lower his shot tendency or do something because he can't keep putting up those type of numbers. But here we are the 2 seed. And real quick, actually, before I forget, for the second straight year, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be adjusting the lineup now. I'm gonna go ahead and lower him down just a bit, him down just a bit. He could get a little bit more. Max Strus could actually go down just a little bit, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and give him a little bit more. We could go ahead and give Ben Simmons a couple more minutes, and actually I'm gonna take away 2 from each, and then I'm gonna give 1 right here, 1 right here, and then I'll give 2 more to these guys. So this is gonna be what we are rocking with into the playoffs, and I'm excited. So taking on the Indiana Pacers. Did they add anybody? Who's this? Is this a rookie? Yeah. No, he's not a rookie. He's actually a second year man. And they added Tate. Okay. They didn't really add. They added Draymond Green. Did he sign with them? How did he? He might have actually got traded. Oh wait, did they? No, it doesn't say. Okay, so he might have actually been traded. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. So simulating game number 1, we ended up winning. That's what I like to see. Jimmy Butler dropping about 25, 11. Tyler Hero with about 24. Max Strus with 23. Martin with 22. That's what I like to see. All right, simulating game number 2, we end up losing this one. Okay, game number 3 gonna get simulated. We end up winning. Game number 4, we end up winning. And game number 5, do we end up winning? Yes, we do. So we advance. And taking a look at these stats right here, Tyler Hero in game number 2, we ended up losing. 24 points, 20. Okay, game number 3, we ended up winning. and Butler dropping 30, Bam dropping 28. See, that's the Bam I need to see. I need to see Bam putting up numbers like that. Not 15 points. He needs to be dropping 20 plus. And then Hero with about 24 points. Game number 4, we ended up winning by 5. Hero dropping 36. Strus with 22. And then game number 5, we ended up blowing them out. And we had Tyler Hero with 20. And then Caleb Martin with about 20. So moving on to round number 2, we got Detroit right here. They added Julius Randle, so he was traded. They also got Mitchell Robinson. Okay. Ooh, okay. So game number 1, we end up winning. Oh, we end up blowing them out. Okay, Martin drops 27, Butler with 26, Bam with 25. Okay, that's what I like to see. Game number 2, we ended up winning again, another blowout. 32 points, 24 from Martin, 32 from Hero. Game number 3, can we go up 3-0? We do not. We end up actually getting blown out. And Cade Cunningham drops 49. Ooh, he dropped 49. Okay. Game number 4, come on, don't let them tie it up. Damn, they ended up tying it up and by 3. Okay. Game number 5, I'm gonna do this one with Simcast. I really hope we don't lose this one. We have to win right here. We are in Miami. Good first quarter, not that good of a second, not that good of a third. We are down by 7. Oh, they're gonna win. Come on, man. We was just up 2-0. All right, I'm gonna drop Ben Simmons a little bit. I'm gonna give a little bit more minutes to our big. I'm gonna also give, I think that's pretty much what else. Okay, I'm gonna drop him to about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and give him about 36 just because he is playing the center position. So game number 6, win or go home for us. So we do not start the first quarter out good. We going back and forth in the second. Come on. Oh, we're down by 12. Come on, we need a big quarter. Down by 2. Come on. Up by 3. Come on. Okay, come on. Somebody. Oh, don't tie it up. Please don't tie it up. Okay, so we end up winning game number 6 by 3 points. We ended up winning by 3 points. Bam with 23, 12, 5, and 3. Hero with about 20. Jimmy Butler with about 19. Oh, man. RJ Hampton went 1 for 10. Come on, that's not what we need. That is not what we need. He's folding in the playoffs. Look at that. 37, 26, 37 and 27. He's just folding. Okay, let me not give him a lot of minutes. Hold on. He is choking in these playoffs. I'm gonna give it back to Strus. Has Strus been averaging? Okay, he's been averaging 43% from deep, so I will take that. Game number 7. All on the line right here. Win or go home. We're in Miami. Come on. Do not lose to this team. This team isn't even that good. Come on. Come on, we should not be losing. Come on, there we go. Start to break away, and we are gonna end up blowing them out, scoring 160 points. Butler drops 36 points. Hero drops 33. Bam with 28. Ben Simmons with about 15. That's what I'm talking about. We just blew them out in game 7, and now we are facing the Boston Celtics, a team that eliminated us last season. So did they add anybody else? They added Victor Oladipo. Okay, so they end up signing Victor, and he was actually efficient for them. Huh, I never really see that. I never see Victor being efficient in any of these rebuilds. Did they add anybody else? Robert Covington. Okay, so simulating game number 1, they end up winning the first one by 3. Oh, come on, man. Okay, game number 2, we end up winning. Okay, blow them out. Game number 3, we end up winning by 2 points. Ooh, we end up winning by 2 points. Game number 4, I'm going to do a Simcast just because I get nervous doing these. So first quarter, we did not have a good first quarter. Second quarter, we end up outscoring them by 3. And yeah, it's not looking good. We end up getting blown out. So I'm going to go ahead to the drawing board. And now I'm going to adjust some of these minutes. So I'm going to drop Bam a little bit. I'm going to give 2 more minutes to Ben Simmons. I could go ahead and lower him down just a little bit. Do I want to play him? Okay, he's beneficial, so I'll give him a little bit more minutes. RJ Hampton, oh my god, he is god awful. He has been god awful these playoffs, so I'm gonna go ahead and lower him, and I will give 1 more minute here. And then Caleb Martin, he's been doing okay, so I'm gonna give him 1 more minute. Game number 5, come on, we gotta win this one. We are at home. Don't lose this one. Don't lose this one. We are better than this team. We are better than this team. And boom, right there, you see, we end up blowing them out, taking game number 5. Jimmy Butler with about 31, Hero with 24, Bam with 23, Ben Simmons with 18, 5 and 7. Okay, 1 win away from the NBA Finals. Do we get it? Come on, please, please. Back and forth. It's pretty much been tied. It's been tied. We got to break away. Somebody has to break away, and boom, we end up going back to the NBA Finals. First time since the bubble in 2020. Western Conference Finals MVP is Nikola Jokic, and Eastern Conference is Jimmy Butler, averaging 28 points. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hero with 28, Butler with 28, Bam with 22. And the rest of the team right here didn't really contribute as much, but that's all good because now we are in the NBA Finals, taking on the 5th seeded Denver Nuggets. They added Jordan Clarkson, and that they added Terrence Mann, they added Sam Hauser, and yeah, this team doesn't really scare me. The only one that really scares me is just Nikola Jokic because yeah, look at that. He is averaging 34 points and 14 boards and 12 assists with 2 steals and 1.7 blocks. And look at that shooting efficiency. Okay, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good matchup. Now, I am going to go ahead and I don't know where I'm going to find these minutes, but I'm going to go ahead, lower him down. I'm going to be giving Bam, Butler, and Hero 36 minutes a night, and I will be giving Ben Simmons 1 more minute. So this is what the finals lineup is going to be looking like. So we're going to go out there. Game number 1, we end up losing. Game number 2, we end up winning by 3 points. Okay, I feel like I should be doing these with Simcast. So game number 3, we win the first quarter. We are up in the second quarter. We are up in the third quarter, and it pretty much looked like we're going to win. And we end up blowing out the Nuggets on their home court. Now heading to game number 4 in Denver once again. I'm kind of nervous for this one. Okay, so we are winning. And boom, we end up winning game number 4. So now we are up 3 games to 1, heading back to Miami. Let's just call this a done deal. I'm going to go ahead and put my controller down. I'm going to stretch real quick. I'm not worried. I know we're going to come back. And we end up going to overtime and we win by 2 points. We ended up winning by 2 points, and I was stretching the whole time. I had my controller down. We end up winning the championship by 2 points in overtime, and your Miami Heat are your new NBA champions. Let's go. Jimmy Butler with your finals MVP, 31 points, 7 boards, 8 assists, 3.4 steals, shooting 61% from the field and 54% from deep. So this was a crazy game. Taking a look at these stats real quick before I do go ahead and head out. Jimmy Butler, 30 points in game number 1 where we lost. Tyler Hero with 23, Bam with 18. Game number 2 where we ended up winning by 3 points. Jimmy Butler with 36, Hero with 24, Max Strus coming up big with 18 off the bench. Game number 3, we ended up blowing them out, and we ended up Tyler Hero ended up scoring 24 for us. Max Strus with 21 off the bench. Butler with 18, 7, 11, and 7, and he also shot 7 of 11. Game number 4 where we ended up winning by 13 points. Butler with a huge game, dropping 41 points. Hero with 30, and in game number 5 he ended up winning by 2 points in OT. See right here, Jimmy Butler dropping 31 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. Bam with 24, 16, and 5 with 2 and 2. Ben Simmons 21, 8, and 10. This was a crazy series. So this was the final roster. I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys real quick the playoff stats. And right here, Jimmy Butler led the way with 25 points. Tyler Hero with 25, Bam with 18, Caleb Martin with 13, Max Strus with about 13, Ben Simmons with about 12, RJ Hampton with about 8, but he was not efficient at all. He just fell off a fucking cliff when it came to the postseason. I don't know why. Dwayne Dedmon with about 7 and 5, and then Okeke with about 5. So that's going to go ahead and that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to go ahead and drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all next time. Stay safe. Peace.